In 2005, Deontay Wilder would have a child with his then girlfriend, Jessica Scales. She would eventually become his wife. The child that he had in 2005 had a condition called spina bifida. Actually is a spinal cord condition. Because Deontay Wilder really didn't have any money, he decided to become a professional boxer. By the time 2008 came around, he was going pro and he married his wife, Jessica Scales, who then became Jessica Scales Wilder. The next few years will become very fruitful for Deontay Wilder. He would eventually become heavyweight champion, make a lot of money, but around 2017, after having 3 children with his wife, they quietly divorced. And by the time 2018 came about, we saw him with a new woman. Her name was Telli Swift. Now, what's interesting is that Deontay Wilder's first wife from Alabama is representative of many Black American women in the South. Mid-brown skin, definitely Black American. But by the time 2018 came, we saw the changes in preference. He went from a Black American wife to Telli Swift, who we would find out this about her ethnicity.
Now, one thing I thought that was interesting, this lady is Filipino. Did not know she was Filipino. Thought this was a full Black lady. But people are saying that her racial ambiguity and her status in the boxing world, they're judging this lady online. I went and listened to some different YouTubes, and they were saying that boxers have been coming out saying that they had relations with Miss Telli in the past and that they told Deontay not to mess with her.
Now, as you heard, Telli Swift is Filipino. As you heard, Telli Swift is known around the boxing community, and it's not always for the best reasons. Boxer Jarrell Miller out of Brooklyn, New York, claimed to have previous sexual experiences with her, and not only him, but many other guys in the industry, claiming that Telli Swift was a boxing 304. But that wasn't the only problem. In 2024, Telli Swift, who would have another kid with Deontay Wilder, claimed that this happened.
You see this woman over here? So she's accusing Deontay Wilder of domestic abuse. And I think if that's true, then he's a piece of poop emoji.
She was saying that Deontay Wilder had been abusive towards her from 2018 to 2024. That was 6 years. But wait.
However, all I can say is whenever I'd seen her come to the arena and post-fight, I always felt like she was not really there for him. Like she was there for herself. Like, I don't know their relationship. I think they've got kids together and they've been together for a long time. But I always just felt like she was trying to get more attention for herself than on Deontay.
So the man is saying that Deontay Wilder, what he noticed from Telli Swift was that he didn't think that she was actually there for Deontay Wilder. She was there for himself. But what was the reason for that?
My man has lost the last, I think, 5 out of his 6 fights. And now this is coming out. Like, where was all of this before? If this was 6 years, like, where was all this before? It's because he's taking L's, she's going.
Because Deontay Wilder went on a losing streak, lost 5 out of 6 fights. And by the time he lost that 6th fight, she was ready to go. And ready to go, she was. She ended up with John Johnson III, an NFL player who played safety for the Los Angeles Rams. And Deontay Wilder was left to put his career back together. Now think about it. Deontay Wilder had made all this money. He got with his preference. The preference left him, and now he's down bad. Remember, this is the same lady allegedly he left his Black American wife for, and now she's left him and went on and got with the NFL player. Woo! But Deontay Wilder is back again, and he's supposedly gonna get married to this particular chick. As you can see, this is another lady who looks, I don't know, is she Asian? Is she white? Is she mixed? But again, if you look at the first wife, then Telli Swift, then this lady, there is a difference in preference that Deontay Wilder has now. All right. Clearly, Deontay Wilder isn't into black women anymore. He's now into something different. And a lot of people are congratulating him for going with another non-black woman. Tommy Sotomayor says, notice he still keeps it white, which keeps his life nice and quiet. Now the person goes here, 8 years down the drain, just to wife someone new immediately. Loyalty don't mean nothing anymore, huh? I mean, that's interesting because she did file the police report, but okay. Bro, she was with you knockout after knockout after knockout. Woo! This person goes, over 8 years relationship and he left her for another. How was the former fiance faring? Hoping she's good. Well, she was dealing with an NFL player. I really do pity women who trust men. Again, not knowing what's going on, but okay. Bro was looking for modesty. He got it. She's simple. Now here she goes. Deontay Wilder left his wife for Telli Swift, then engaged to her for 8 years, but has now left her for another woman he's engaged to in a short space of time. Like they say about cheating, how you found them is how you will lose them. Woo! Now again, I want to go to basically what I've noticed with Deontay Wilder and some of the brothers that are in professional sports. When they first get on, they don't have no problem dealing with women in their community, but as they get more money, women start to become either more whiter or more lighter.
It's no secret that a lot of black men who enter the upper echelons of society feel like they need to be more relatable to the people in the rooms that they walk into.
So this lady says a lot of black men, as they start to enter the upper echelons of society, feel that they need to have women that are more relatable to the men that they're basically starting to meet. And in this case with Deontay Wilder, as he got more money, you started to see him go towards women that were definitely more light or whiter than his first wife. But look what she says next.
And then you get darker skinned women, all right? And a lot of these darker skinned women remind these athletes of their mothers, their grandmothers, their cousins, all of which would have been present with these men in their struggle. So they see these dark skinned women and think struggle. Therefore, when these athletes become successful, they get into the spaces they want to get into, they want to cleave to a partner who for them represents success. And in their world, lighter skin is associated with success.
Now he says at the same time, a lot of these black men look at their former wives or mothers or women in the black community as women that they struggle with. And so they want to stay away from those women. And in some cases, I have seen that. But here's the problem with black men who think like that, or even with the argument in particular. The reality is that, yes, I've seen a lot of men, especially in the sports entertainment world, or even here in Africa, light-skinned women or mulatto women are still preferred. And as you're getting lighter or whiter, like Tommy Sotomayor said here, notice he still keeps it white, which keeps his life nice and quiet. Well, that just means that the more white the woman is or more light-skinned she is, then the less problems that you will have. But the issue is that's not always the case. I mean, Kevin Garnett found that out, with his ex-wife. Soon as, it was all downhill, basically she left him. A whole bunch of NFL athletes have experienced something very similar. And just because your preference changes for a lighter or a whiter woman, it doesn't mean that that person cares about you. Again, look at Telli Swift. I mean, she was getting by just on good looks, and she was already, basically thotting it up in the industry as it was. And Deontay Wilder, who lives in Alabama and don't get to see those kind of women all the time, ended up going for that. Now here he is with this particular lady, and people are going to speculate. Listen, man, is she really with you because, she cares about you? Or is she with you because, you got a little bit of clout left and a little bit of fame? And are you with her just simply because of her skin complexion? And this is what a lot of times sets black men back, because we start going for the women who look a certain way and basically not for a woman that really cares about us or what we're going through. And typically we have to become the master of the universe just to even obtain some of these women. I mean, when I look at some of these non-black women that some of these brothers have to go, out and get, they have to really bust their behind. I mean, if you're in Alabama like he was, look at all that he had to overcome. It's almost like a reward. But really, she didn't have to do nothing to get to where she was. Just be born. And so once you start falling off, she go to the next person, and then there you are picking up your life together. I think the focus should be not on how white or light-skinned she is, but basically, if the woman wants to be in a relationship with you, do you have something in common with the lady? Does the woman care about you, and do you care about her? Outside of the fact of she an IG model, she got a BBL, she got a fat booty. Because listen, man, Deontay Wilder looked really bad once she left him the last time. He was losing every fight, then bow, there she was, she bounced, and now you got another chick out there trying to justify the fact that, oh, I still got it, I can still get me somebody who's lighter skinned. And nothing is wrong with dealing with somebody lighter skinned or mixed or non-black, but if they are there simply for what they can get out of it and their own people can't take care of them and they're dealing with you, that's a problem. Telli Swift is Filipino, all right? And all she dates is a black man with money. Even when she was 38 years old, she was still dating NFL players. Why don't she date men in the Filipino community? The reason why she don't, and keep in mind, yes, Deontay Wilder was still engaged to her while she had a kid from somewhere else, is because her value is higher. Again, she would not be able to go into the Filipino community and deal with a rich guy in the Filipino community and most likely be a single mom. It just probably wouldn't happen. But with black men, it happens all the time. And then you know who ends up with the short end of the stick? It's usually us. We don't require these women to have any standards from these other communities, but they damn sure require a whole lot from us. We got to get serious. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shady Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We out.